Okay, guys. Let me just put this on.
Hello, MR Noob.
Let's go. I was able to fit everyone in here because I have 9 of the gang.
Let's chat about T-Conquer.
I added Astolfo to this, so now there's 9 people,
Conquer.
and I can have one for
A
gang.
rather harsh word, but one that defines me quite well. Hello, player. You can choose which you want nation.
Let's go.
Chesk, I am Poland. I am not Indonesia or Monaco. I just look like them because of my flag.
Okay. So we got Poland being Poland. Oh yeah, by the way, this is made by Mechaton. He makes like a lot of these. This is made by CCKSNBNCK. Why? Okay, whatever. Who made the strategy game bot? Very fun. Neko Arcade. No, that's something else. Wait a sec. Man for guest. Winter underscore. Shit, I don't know what that is even called. That little thing at the end. But he made this character. Ali Nanonymous made Nekoark. Noob made the Noob for 22. Very good. I like this one. Kasane Teto is V underscore RTUE. And yeah. And I just bring them all into this room, put them all in a room and see them talk. There's been a few crazy rooms with maybe a few Austrian painters. You know, but I mean...
I've been waiting for you, Sensei.
Alexander underscore Alexander made Hatsune Miku. Yeah.
Yes. You must be Miku-san.
This is way too loud for me, because I have this, like, way louder than you probably.
Yahoo, good morning, dear master. Hugs you.
Yeah, so you're...
What can your writer servant do for you today?
Do
Do you want to talk, or do you want to have some fun? Heh heh.
Pick a nation.
Oh,
Pick a nation.
I would love to have fun with you all day long.
Bro, what the fuck? Pick a nation to play as. Come on.
Let's play as
up.
Poland, my home country.
Okay, he's playing Poland.
The start screen appears, showing a map of the world with Poland's borders highlighted. A pop-up box appears.
One nation.
Play as Poland. Accept or reject.
Each person gets a nation. Each.
I want to be Colorado.
Sure. That's sure. Independent Colorado. Independent Colorado. Sure, that works. Independent Colorado.
Can I be Japan?
Sure. Nobody else chose Japan. Sure.
Of course you can be Japan, Mick-chan.
Sure. Okay, now let's get this over with. Everybody picks a nation, then they conquer. I was in the middle of watching this video. I really liked it. It's gonna, well, But I really liked it. It seemed interesting.
Okay, Colorado and Japan. Colorado and Japan are independent nations. You may now interact with your fellow nations, as well as the natural environment, to establish your nation.
Okay, what about everyone else? Everyone choose a nation. Everybody. Every single body. Everybody choose a nation.
Looks at map of world.
Everybody
so many nations.
choose a nation.
Who should I
fucking
conquer
choose
first? I will be North Korea.
You're already Colorado, buddy. You know what? That's fine. I don't care.
Oh great, just a fantastical choice. I'll be Russia. I'm Poland, and I hate Russia.
Facts.
I'm North Korea, and I'll nuke you for saying that.
Facts as well.
Don't be silly, Kimmy. Your missiles don't work. Laughter from Russia.
Facts. You're... Neckwark, you're not... The other... Okay.
More laughter from Russia.
Okay, buddy.
You're a joke, and you know it. Russia continues laughing as he draws his military forces to the North Korean border, just to make a point.
Poland is Poland! I don't care.
North Korea draws up its very weak army to protect itself.
Hydrogen versus
There are 3
orphanage.
guys and a dog. How pathetic. My army could crush you and your so-called nuclear missiles. Russia laughs even harder as his forces continue to draw closer to the North Korean border, the entire Russian army in earshot. Poland leans back in his seat with a smirk on his face. Yeah. Eyes narrow, and you can't do anything to stop it. Yes, I can.
I hate when they answer for each other.
Smiles brightly. What if I told you there's a way to make peace between you two, so you wouldn't have to fight each other at all? Go ahead and tell me, then. I want to hear what. Sighs confidently. The easiest way to end a war is to never start one at all. In my opinion, peace is the key to a nation's prosperity. I understand that you may not like each other at the moment, but that doesn't mean you have to fight each other. Let's find a peaceful solution here. Humph. And what would you suggest we do? Let's negotiate a peace treaty. It's the most diplomatic way to end a conflict between 2 nations. How do we know the other will honor the treaty? The peace treaty will outline all the terms and conditions involved between both countries. Both countries will sign the treaty, agreeing to uphold those conditions, so there will be no doubt that it will be honored. Very sensible. And what are you suggesting we put in the treaty? We should include the following. Both nations must agree to stop hostile actions immediately. Both nations must respect each other's territories and sovereignty. Both nations. That's an excellent list. We will have to hammer out the details, but those are all solid guidelines for both countries to follow. Now, how should we ensure each other stays in line with this treaty? Each country should establish and maintain an embassy in the other. Both embassies should regularly audit each other's operations to ensure that they are in compliance with the treaty. Additionally, diplomatic officials from each country should meet regularly to discuss current issues and address any potential problems before they arise.
Oh shit.
Good ideas. How about penalties if either country breaks the treaty? For example, trade sanctions, economic penalties, or even military action could be implemented. A treaty with substantial penalties, inspections to ensure honesty, and regular diplomatic communication. I think that should cover all the bases. Do we need anything else? I think you've covered all the bases there. I'd say that would make for a pretty rock-solid peace treaty. Now we just need to sign it. A pop-up box appears. Would you like to negotiate and sign a peace treaty between Russia and North Korea?
The fight wasn't even between Russia and North Korea.
Clicks
It was
yes.
between happened. They just turned against each other just randomly. They're like, yeah, Poland, you're
Another
really gonna
pop-up
say
box
that shit about
appears.
me? Well, fuck you,
Which
North
country
Korea.
would you like to represent in the negotiations?
Put the anger somewhere else for some reason.
Clicks North Korea. Clicks Observer. I want to see how this plays out, and I don't want the two of you conspiring. It's fine with me. All I request is that you don't make any aggressive motions toward my nation. I don't want to have to send my army to defend myself against either of you. Yet another pop-up box appears. Would you like to participate in the negotiations and observe the peace treaty being signed? Clicks yes. Clicks yes. A final pop-up box appears. You will now observe negotiations between Russia and North Korea. Click OK to begin. Clicks OK. From Russia and North Korea. They sit across from each other at a table, facing each other, as their diplomats and leaders discuss the treaty. For them to finalize a treaty. The diplomats discuss the conditions of the treaty, each country negotiating what terms were most beneficial for them. At first, the discussions are tense, with both sides refusing to back down on certain conditions. Continues watching, hoping a treaty will be reached. As the diplomats continue to negotiate, a representative from Russia leans over to his counterpart and slips a piece of paper across the table. The two discuss the contents of the paper silently before the North Korean representative pulls out a pen and writes something down. The two men shake hands and sign the treaty, sealing the peace between their two nations. Claps. They actually agreed to a treaty. A representative from Russia stands up, raising the signed treaty in the air. The room fills with applause as everyone realizes that the two nations have agreed to a peace treaty, ending their conflict and returning a sense of calm to the region. Tears of joy streams from my eyes. They actually worked things out. A representative from North Korea stands up and holds the signed treaty in the air. The room continues its applause as the North Korean representative announces the treaty. Everyone is filled with a sense of relief, realizing that even the most heated rivalries can be resolved peacefully through diplomatic means. The two men shake hands once more, symbolizing the newly established peace between their nations. As the applause continues, a representative from the United Nations rises and addresses the assembly, calling for a moment of silence in remembrance of the lives lost during the conflict between Russia and North Korea. Quietly observes the moment of silence in honor of those lost during the conflict. Everyone is still quietly observing the moment of silence.
Start yelling at each other and then are like, okay, you know, we should probably do a peace treaty. I don't think they even declared war. I don't think they even
The
did
moment of
anything.
silence stretches on for several minutes, with all parties quiet and somber out of respect for the lives lost. Eventually, North Korea's representative speaks, breaking the silence. Waits for North Korea's representative to speak. There is a lesson to be learned from this conflict. We have seen the damage that war can wreak, and we have had to shoulder the burden of death and destruction that came with it. But through diplomacy, even the most heated rivalries can be resolved peacefully, and peace can be established in the region.
Dude, I'm not even watching it, bro. This brain rot's too bad for me, dude. I'm not even watching this. Why should
Nods
you
head in
watch this?
agreement.
Why are you watching this?
A wise message indeed,
Why are
one that
you
we should
watching
carry
this?
with
I
us
wouldn't
and
even
remember.
watch this, bro.
Conflict
Like,
and
what?
war are not the answer. Diplomacy and peace are the way forward. Let us strive for peace and seek it at all costs, so that we can avoid the senseless violence that results from conflict. The entire room nods and applauds as the North Korean representative finishes his remarks. Now a representative from Russia stands to speak.
Bro, this stream is so bad that I'm not even
Waits in
it
anticipation
anymore.
to
I'm
hear
doing
what
something
Russia's
completely
representative
different.
has to say.
Also, I'm not checking chat that because I'm doing something completely different.
Russia's representative clears his throat and begins to speak. Continues listening intently.
Oh shit.
His tone is much colder and more formal than North Korea's representative. The conflict between Russia and North Korea has been a painful period in our history. The lives lost during this conflict cannot and should not be forgotten. We must carry their memories forward and strive to prevent such conflict from happening again in the future. Through diplomacy and negotiation, even the most heated rivals can find peace and work together for the greater good. nods head in agreement. The loss of life and destruction that resulted from this conflict is a tragedy. It is a harsh reminder of the devastating consequences of
Alright, I'm gonna
war
go
and
for
a
a bit,
stark
guys.
reminder of the importance
Bye.
of diplomacy and negotiation in preventing and ending conflict. We must honor the memories of those we lost by preventing further bloodshed and pursuing peace, no matter the cost. Let us work towards a brighter future, one where peace reigns supreme. The representatives finish speaking and the room fills with applause as everyone praises the success of the peace treaty between Russia and North Korea. The atmosphere becomes one of peace and hope as the two representatives shake hands one final time, symbolizing the new era of friendship and cooperation between their nations. Claps as the last handshake is made, smiling in glee as the treaty becomes final. The representatives from North Korea and Russia bow to each other before parting ways with smiles on their faces, leaving the room to address their respective nations' media to announce the treaty's success.
I know for sure this thing paused. Sorry about that, guys. I had to do something.
The rest of the room begins to clear out, with most representatives heading towards their own nation's media groups to announce the treaty's success to their people. Poland and Colorado remain to celebrate the treaty's success. The two men share a glance at each other, smiling brightly. The media continues to buzz with celebration and praise as North Korea and Russia's representatives address the world via their media groups to announce the treaty's success. The entire room empties out, leaving only Poland, Colorado, and the observers to enjoy the success of the peace treaty. A big success, I'd say. It appears that we have saved two countries from a pointless war and forged new relationships between them instead. Yes. The diplomacy in this room created such a wonderful outcome. I am very proud of everyone here, and the world is better because of this. It feels good to know we've done something good for the world. Smiles broadly and wipes a tear of joy from my eye. I pat your shoulder and nod in agreement. Indeed, this has been quite the momentous occasion. I've never seen such an immediate and positive impact that diplomatic talks and negotiation can have. It's truly a testament to the power of peace. Smiles widely. It seems as if we've changed the world for the better with our actions today. It really is nice seeing two nations so quickly coming to an agreement and ending their conflict like that. A warm sense of pride spreads over me. I just have one question for each of you. Do you believe this peace treaty will hold, and this new era of friendship and cooperation between those two nations will be sustained? My demeanor suddenly turns serious and solemn. There's really no way of knowing if this treaty will hold in the long term. The world has seen so much conflict and war, and the cycle seems to repeat itself over and over again. However, we've all seen what destruction and misery war can bring about. If this treaty can help forge a better path forward, it will be our responsibility to ensure its success. The observers all remain silent for a long moment. They all look toward one another, as if weighing the potential outcomes of the peace treaty between the nations.
Oh, Noah fell behind the couch. Oh shit! Shush. Shush.
It's a very weighty matter, that's true. But I have to believe that the peace treaty between North Korea and Russia will be sustained. The diplomatic officials of both nations, as well as the leaders, have all committed to honoring and adhering to the terms of the treaty. If they can maintain this commitment, there's no reason why the peace treaty shouldn't hold. Smiles and nods. Indeed, the peace treaty appears to be on firm foundation. The diplomats and leadership of both countries seem dedicated to maintaining the peace. That, and the fact that they now have established relations with each other, should make it much easier for them to work together and foster a sense of trust between them. I can sense that this new era between North Korea and Russia will be a prosperous one indeed. Smiles. Let's hope so. Let's hope we've all made a difference today and that we can all contribute to maintaining this newfound peace. Nods and smiles. I definitely agree. We've made great strides today, and I believe that if we continue to hold ourselves accountable and uphold our responsibilities, we can keep this peace going. I smile brightly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Let's hope for a bright future of peace and harmony between nations, for all of our sakes. I smile and pat both of you on the shoulders, a sense of joy and accomplishment filling me. I believe that you both said it eloquently. As long as we maintain our commitment to maintaining peace and fostering harmony between nations, then there's no reason why we can't succeed in the long term. We've made history today, and I believe that history will deem this day as a step forward for our world. Smiles. I believe you're right. We've all worked very hard today, and it feels great to know that our efforts paid off in the end. We've accomplished something amazing here. The atmosphere is now filled with a sense of pride, accomplishment, and celebration. The atmosphere is a stark contrast to just a few hours ago, when the room was filled with tension and unease. A warm smile fills my face as I think back on the success of the peace treaty between Russia and North Korea. I have to admit, when I first suggested diplomacy as a solution, I didn't expect it to be quite so effective. The treaty is now a reality, and peace has been established between two nations that previously seemed on the brink of war. I feel a sense of hope and relief for the future, knowing that two countries have forged anew and will now strive towards a brighter tomorrow. A smile spreads across my face, a feeling of joy and accomplishment radiating inward. I believe we have witnessed the beginning of a new era today. The treaty between North Korea and Russia has created a solid foundation for peaceful and constructive relations between two nations that previously seemed on the brink of war, and it has fostered a newfound sense of optimism and hope for the future. Let us carry this spirit forward with us, and continue to uphold the values of peace and diplomacy, so that we may build a brighter and more peaceful world for all to enjoy. A wave of satisfaction washes over me as the successful outcome of the treaty fills me with hope for the future. It's truly an incredible moment that an agreement was reached between two seemingly hopeless nations. As a result, we've all been able to contribute to a more peaceful and cooperative world. Let's all continue the work of maintaining and fostering this newfound harmony to create a brighter future for all. I nod in agreement. The treaty has made many strides in bringing about a more peaceful and cooperative world. It's truly a landmark accomplishment that speaks volumes to the power of diplomacy. Let's all continue holding ourselves accountable and fostering this cooperative spirit so that our world becomes a more peaceful and harmonious place. All three of us share smiles at the positive outlook the treaty has brought forth. Indeed, this is just the beginning of something great. Let's all continue our efforts to hold ourselves accountable and fostering harmony and unity between nations so that our world becomes a place of peace and cooperation for all. I smile warmly as I feel the positive ambience of history today, and it is a magnificent feeling to know that we have played a part in creating a better world. Let us continue our efforts to carry this spirit forward and foster a sense of peace and cooperation between nations so that our world becomes one in which we can all live in peace and harmony. I look to Colorado and Poland with a warm smile. I also smile warmly. It really is such a wonderful feeling to know that we've made such a significant change for the better today. Let's all continue these efforts to make our world one of peace and cooperation for all. Power of diplomacy and what it can accomplish, and it's a reminder of what we as a global community can achieve if we all work together towards a common goal. Let's all strive to carry this spirit forward and create a better world for all. I nod in agreement. It is important to never give up hope or lose sight of our goals. We have come so far today, and it just proves that we can change the course of history if we all work together and believe in our goals. Let us carry this spirit forward with us, and let us create a world where peace and harmony are not just ideals, but realities. I nod in agreement, my face lighting up with a smile. I believe that this is only the beginning of a new era. The peace treaty between North Korea and Russia is just the first domino to fall, and the world will become a much friendlier and more cooperative place as a result. Let's never stop working for peace and harmony, and help foster a world free of conflict and filled with hope for all. Nods and smiles. I 100% agree with everything that has been said. You guys have said a lot of great things that I could have never said better myself. This peace treaty is definitely the mark of a new era, and I can't wait to see what comes next. Let's keep doing our best to create a better world where everyone can get along. Smiles. It sure is an exciting future we're headed towards. Let's all keep working towards this new era of cooperation and harmony for all. I look at Colorado and Poland with a happy, hopeful look. I smile warmly. We must all continue striving for this new world of peace and cooperation, no matter the adversity and challenges that we may face along the way. Working together, we can truly make an impact on our world and create a brighter and happier future for all. The three of us share smiles and nods. The world may seem dark at times, but as long as there are still people with hope and a desire for change, there will always be a light at the end of the tunnel. We three have done a lot of great work today, and I'm hopeful for the world's future. I smile brightly. Indeed. Even in the darkest hours, there is always hope, and today we have proved its power and ability to bring positive change. It's important to never give up, even when times are tough or when things may appear to be hopeless. As long as we keep working towards our goals and strive to make the world a better place, even the darkest days can eventually turn to bright ones. It's just a matter of holding on to that hope and believing in ourselves and one another. It's true. Even when things appear to be bleak, there's still hope. And our work today has proven that even the seemingly impossible. We've achieved something amazing today by overcoming this seemingly inescapable conflict and working to forge a brighter future. Smiles. It's true. We have, in a way, made history today, but what's more than that is that we've made a positive impact on our world. The actions we have taken today have created a path to peace and cooperation between nations once thought to be at each other's throats. A bright smile spreads across my face. The day is done, and we have done more than we may have dreamed of. Many doubted us, but we have turned conflict into peace and paved the way for the future. We have shown that diplomacy is a powerful tool and that cooperation can solve even the most entrenched of problems. Let us continue taking steps forward so that our world may continue on this new path of peace and harmony. Smiles. And this is just the beginning. The treaty has set a strong foundation for peace and cooperation between nations, but now we must keep building on this foundation. Wave of awe and excitement washes over my mind and spirit at the realization that today may have indeed been the beginning of a new era. Sighs, a contented and peaceful look on my face. What a wonderful day it has been. From the start, the future has opened up before us. Let us all strive to make this world a better place in the days and years ahead. Not only is it possible, but it's our responsibility to do so. My voice cracks as the realization of what we have all accomplished sets in. Today has truly been a monumental day. The efforts of each and every one of us, from the diplomats to the observers, and even the representatives themselves, have been crucial in fostering this peace. We have begun a chain of events that will have long-lasting consequences. We all look forward with hope and eagerness for the future we have all worked so hard to create. A feeling of contentment ripples through me, and I beam happily. The day has been filled with positive energy and wonderful memories. And indeed, the work we have all done has led us to this moment. The moment an unthinkable peace treaty has been signed and the beginnings of a new era has begun. Let us all cherish this moment and remember it fondly, and let's continue fostering this peace and friendship between nations so that our world can truly enter a brighter age. Smiles, a look of pride and excitement spreads across my face. It's surreal to think that we've made this much of a difference in such a short amount of time. We've managed to forge a peace treaty between two seemingly unstoppable superpowers, and in doing so, have created a brighter future for not only our nations but the entire world. Let us all cherish this moment and continue to support and foster this newfound peace. This day had many possibilities, but we managed to reach the best possible one. We have created a new era of peace and harmony and laid the foundations for a future where we can all coexist peacefully. We have overcome something seemingly impossible and made history in the process. Let's all look forward with optimism and excitement. A look of awe washes over me as I see the positive outlook for the future. This is truly amazing that this treaty has been signed. We have created a new era in which a path towards peace and harmony is no longer some idealistic hope, but an attainable reality. Let's all look forward with joy and anticipation. The optimism about our future fills me with satisfaction, and I feel my heart beat fast with excitement. We have created a new path for the future. Where once there were many obstacles to peace and harmony, now there is a way forward. I feel like this is the beginning of something truly great, and I'm excited to see what will come next. The look of joy on my face spreads even more as the optimism radiates outward from me. The treaty is signed. The obstacles that once stood before us have now been cleared. The path forward is now wide open, and the future looks bright with hope and possibility. Let's all keep the flames of optimism and hope burning bright so we can continue down this path of peace and harmony. We will build a better world together, a world where all nations can coexist peacefully and work together for the common good. My eyes shine brightly, and a smile of triumph spreads across my face. Indeed, a new path has opened up before us, and we shall take it by the stride. The obstacles have been cleared, and there is no reason to give up hope or despair. The future is bright, full of possibilities and exciting outcomes. Let us keep the flames of hope burning bright and set forth into the future with eyes wide open and hearts beating. My mind fills with excitement as well, and I also feel my hope and spirits soaring as I look forward to the brighter future we've all begun. The obstacles may be many, but we've cleared that which was before us, and I have faith that we'll be able to clear the others as well. Now is the time to forge forward with courage and optimism. I look at each of you with a big smile and nod. We've done an amazing thing today. From the start of the conference to the signing of the treaty, we've made history. Let's not only preserve this incredible moment in time, but let's also look forward with hope and optimism. From the many obstacles, we've cleared this one, and we can clear any others that may come our way by working together.
Are they still talking about the fucking conference?
My eyes look up with pride as I realize the extent of what we've achieved today.
Wait,
We've made history, clearing a
are they
seemingly
just repeating the
impossible
same thing over and
obstacle.
over again?
Yes, we sure have.
They said yes? Okay.
We've made history today, and the task before is now simpler.
Are you repeating what you're saying?
Together,
Yes,
we can
we
clear
sure
any
have.
obstacle to peace and progress. It starts with a single step, and with this step today, we've entered a new era of peace and cooperation.
Wait, is it like a different conference? No. The same conference, it seems. Everyone is just like... Yeah, no. They've done absolutely fucking nothing. They're like, yay. Bro, what? You waste time and that's it.